Well, I overslept a little bit. I missed about a half an hour of good early morning hiking time, but I'm on my way now, following giant ducks. Well, I guess it was cold last night. This is the water next to my campsite. It's frozen. Oh man, that explains it. I was wearing everything I had and a 10-degree sleeping bag. Brr. They've been getting real fancy with the signs on this Condor Trail. See, there's one to a tree. There's still some spots where you kind of have to follow ducks and tape and stuff, but it's actually in really good shape. Getting real close to South Fork, and there's some water here. I think South Fork Station is just going to be a little bit that way, maybe 1/10 of a mile, 2/10 of a mile, maybe less than that. We'll see. Yep, I was right. The water was 1/10 of a mile away from the South Fork Station. Look, there's a fuel canister in here. Should I make a hot cup of coffee? That might be good. The obligatory cabin tour. So the cabin's always open. Look at that, there's some triple sec, some tequila. Oh, what's this? Probably whiskey. Radio, lights, pots and pans. Maybe I could cook up that risotto too and eat that later for lunch. Oh, these boxes have food in them. If you're ever like, people sometimes come out here and they get trapped because the stream gets too high, like it starts to rain or something, and then there's a huge flood. And then there's food in here in case you need to stop and stay. And then there's 2 beds. Look, there's even slippers and tennies and a nice pot-bellied stove. So you could stay here for a while and wait for a rescue or wait for the creeks to go down. There's even some air mattresses up there. And it looks like maybe some kind of canopies. You know, you could set up little canopies outside. Look at all these little blow-up lights. And then there's the flag, because, you know, if you're in business, when people come out here to do official business, they got to put the flag up. Proof that I'm putting them back. There it is. And proof that I locked the cabin. Okay, enough time wasting. Time to start the day's long climb. I have to climb. That was nice. Serendipitous. More trail magic for me, finding that little pot and the canister so I could cook that risotto. I sure hope it doesn't spill in my pack. I have a screw top container that can handle hot water, and I put it in there and screwed the top on and put it in my pack. Plenty of water at the creek in front of the South Fork Station. Well, this is my lowest point on the Sisquoc, and now I'm turning and going up to White Ledge. Now that I've left the Sisquoc, I've left the Condor Trail. I'm here at Lonnie Davis, and I can hear the water. It's flowing really well. Plenty of water at Lonnie Davis. So look at all that water just below White Ledge. I'm almost to White Ledge. So yeah, you could stay at White Ledge because there's plenty of water. So I think it was less than 1/10 of a mile from that water to White Ledge. Let's see how the water looks at White Ledge. Oh, there's a very small little bit of water right in there. And here's a much bigger pool, just a little bit up the trail. So White Ledge the camp is just right below that tree. So yeah, it's a little stagnant, but you know, a little filtering and it'll be fine. So I wonder if there'll be little shallow pools up in here or if it's all dried up. Got lots of ducks to follow. Well, Happy Hunting Ground is dry. I haven't seen any water for a while. These little shallow pools right before Happy Hunting Ground have water in them. They always, I don't know, have sort of a reddish color. So I don't know if I would drink out of the red one. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, that one looks a little reddish too. Well, that's where I'm going to be tomorrow. The road along that pointy mountain way out there. Oh man. I don't know if I'm going to climb up there tomorrow or this afternoon. It depends on what time it is when I get to Big Cone Spruce. I don't think I have ever seen these shallow pools dry, and they're not dry today. It's not the most delicious looking water though. If it was later in the day, I could camp up there in the alcove. But it's about, I don't know, maybe 11:30, so I got plenty of time to get to Big Cone Spruce. Well, I just got to get down there and start my way up that canyon. And then tomorrow I will end up at the top of the ridge. I just met a guy and his dog, and he came down from Big Cone Spruce. Says there's plenty of water there, so Oh, I'm relieved because I've only got 20 ounces left. So if Big Cone Spruce Trail is really the only way into the Manzana until next April, I really think that there should be some work trips down here. Or at least anybody who comes down here really should bring some loppers, because this stuff really hurts. It's full of thorns and sharp. It's very sharp. Oh, it's been so hot. And to find this cool shade in this water, running water, it's really nice. I made it, but there's no water here. I'm gonna go look for it. So there's a little tiny spring that's flowing. There's the water. Look at that beautiful pool. Yeah. I just gotta figure out how to get down there. Well, it's 2 o'clock. I filled up a bunch of water and I washed my skin. I feel so much better. I was pretty exhausted coming up here, but it's only 2 o'clock. I do have enough time to haul my butt all the way up there. But if I do that, I have to carry all this water with me. So I think I'll eat my lunch, which is the risotto I made this morning, and it's still warm in this container. So hopefully it's good. I've only gone about 10 miles maybe today. 10 and a half maybe. I just don't know if I have the energy to climb up that mountain. It would probably be warmer. Maybe I should just go up to the upper camp. It'd be a little warmer than down here. You know, I think I feel good enough to haul my ass up there. So I'm gonna go for it. I think it'll be warmer to sleep up there. And if I cross that little creek, I'm gonna get a little bit more water, I think. Okay, I got 10 pounds of water. Let's see how sorry I'm gonna be in the next 15 minutes or so. Oh my God, I'm crazy. There's Hurricane Deck on the edge there. I'm not quite to the top. I'm so out of breath. Oh, thank goodness. I was telling myself this is a false summit. Don't get your hopes up. Oh, look at this. Should I stay here or should I put in a few more miles? Well, the sun hasn't risen yet, and I've started off on my way. I think it's like 7 or 8 miles back to Cachuma Saddle from Big Cone Spruce. I'm not really sure, but Tony hopefully will be waiting there to pick me up. Oh, and I'm really glad that I hauled all that water up there and camped up there, because it was definitely a much warmer night up there than it would have been down at Big Cone Spruce. Also, it was perfectly calm. It was really, really, really calm, which is kind of unusual for up here. So it was a really nice night. I got lots of good sleep. It's a good way to end my trip. There's Hell's Half Acre. I'm closer to the 7 than the 8 mile distance, so that's pretty cool. It shouldn't be very far to go. And God, it's so beautiful this morning. There's some Lake Cachuma, and way out there in the distance, those are the islands in the ocean, the Channel Islands, and the ocean is covered in fog. It's really a beautiful morning. It's warm. What is this? That might be a sleeping bag. So there's the Ranger Peak hike. You hike through all this beautiful golden stuff, and then you hike up to Ranger Peak up there. Or, yeah, that one with the golden top. I did that as a backpack once. I actually continued on down into the canyon below. It's a picnic table. Well, this isn't the Continental Divide Trail. There's no water in there. So there's where I was yesterday. I had to climb over this peak with all these sandstone cliffs, and you can see down here the switchbacks that go down to the Big Cone Spruce Trail, and then the Big Cone Spruce Trail went up the canyon behind this ridge. And so yesterday I was taking a picture of this road along Cachuma Peak, and here I am hiking it. There's the parking lot. don't have much further to go. Well, I couldn't take the pain any longer, so I'm wearing my Zero Z trails the last couple of miles, and it feels so much better. It's relief. Look who it is. It's Trail Hacker come to meet me at the end of my big adventure. And thus ends my hike.